We'll call the meeting to order and welcome everyone here this evening. It's nice to see a good crowd out there. A lot of times we get an echo off the rear wall, but it's really good to have y'all here, and I hope you'll come back more frequently. To start the meeting, I want to call forth Malaya James to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Okay, y'all, I'm sure are aware we just had an election, so we have a swearing-in ceremony this evening. So I'm going to go first. Beverly, we just work down. Annie Jean come last. So we'll get that out of the way.
I, Robert S. Matheny,
I, Robert S. Matheny,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as mayor
as mayor
of the town of Zebulon.
of the town of Zebulon.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
I, Beverly Wall Clark,
I, Beverly Wall Clark,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Commissioner
as Commissioner
of the town of Zebulon.
of the town of Zebulon.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I, Annie Jean
I, Anna Jean
Moore, do solemnly
do swear
that I will support
that I will support
and maintain
and maintain
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws
and the law
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
and the laws
and the law
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent
not
therewith,
inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully
and I will be faithful,
discharge the
discharge
duty
the duty
of my office
of my office
as Commissioner
as a commissioner
of the town of
of
Zebulon.
the town of Zebulon.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Okay, time to go to work. But the first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Made and second, all in favor? Motion carries. Next, we have student and teacher recognition that we do every month. And this month, our student and teacher are from Wakeland Elementary School. So I want to go over here. I'm going to read a little bit about them and let you greet them. Right. Come on. Hi. Good to see you. As I said, this is from the Wakeland Elementary School. Malaya James is a 5th grade student at Wakeland Elementary. She is a very positive person who is full of great ideas. She is always respectful of others' property and personal space. Malaya is able to disagree with her peers without putting them down. She observes the golden rule while at school, and she was recognized in October for doing a fantastic job of demonstrating the character trait respect of during that month. So congratulations. Thank you so much. I get the wrong one. Tried to give you the wrong one. I need to get my glasses worked on. Thank you so much. Oh, do you want to get a picture? Okay, come on back. Okay, good. Okay, Krista Vick is our teacher. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Ms. Krista Vick is Wakeland Elementary School's 2017-18 Teacher of the Year. She was nominated and voted on by her peers. Ms. Vick is a 10-year veteran teacher. She has been at Wakeland Elementary for her entire teaching career. She is seen as a leader within her grade level and throughout the school. Her colleagues shared the following statements about her when she was nominated for Teacher of the Year. Her students know she cares about them, and they love her and are engaged in her class. Ms. Vick is a very energetic teacher who strives for the best from her students, works hard with her coworkers during PLT meetings, and has taken on multiple leadership roles at Wakeland Elementary. Ms. Vick is always willing to help with sharing ideas for helping students at all levels. She helps students outside her grade level with the following: barks and encourage them. Her positive personality and high expectations in the classroom has resulted in high student achievement annually. Last year, Ms. Vick was recognized by the Department of Public Instruction as one of the teachers in the top 25% across the state for high student growth on the end of grade assessment and reading. She is also well respected by parents in the community. There are numerous requests every summer by parents for their child to be placed in Ms. Vick's class. Wakeland is very fortunate to have her as part of our school family, and we are proud of all of her accomplishments. Wonderful. I've been dead for a long time.
Sorry. Thank you very much.
By the way, her father, Doug Boyd, is a longtime friend of mine and former mayor of Knightdale. All right, our congratulations to both of those fine people. Okay, each year after the election, this is called the organizational meeting of the board, and the business tonight is an election of the mayor pro tem. So I will open the floors for nominations.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Beverly over here, Beverly Farmer.
I'll second that.
Motion second. Are there other nominations? All in favor? And the motion carries, and you can vote. Okay. Thank you, Beverly.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to ask Glenn York if he would come forward.
Sir.
This proclamation is one of appreciation to Glenn York for his service to the town of Zebulon. Whereas Glenn York was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and moved with his family to Zebulon at the age of 3, and whereas he worked for the North Carolina prison system for 31 years and lived all over the state during that time, and whereas Glenn chose to retire in Zebulon where he could be close to his father and brother, And whereas in the community and town he called home, he wanted to be involved in making decisions that would keep Zebulon a good place to live and grow. And whereas he first served as a member of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, as well as various other boards in the community. And whereas he chose to continue his service by running for office and becoming a commissioner. And whereas Glenn York served as a member of the Zebulon Board of Commissioners from December 2013 to December 2017, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the town of Zebulon that we want to express our sincere appreciation for the time and energy given to the town of Zebulon by your years of service as a member of the Board of Commissioners, and it's adopted this day. I want to punctuate that by saying that Glenn did a fine job as a commissioner. I would be at a league conference, Glenn would be there. We would have various things and he would be there. So he's engaged, and I thank you personally for your good work that you've done for the town. Thank you. Okay, each month or each regular meeting, which this is the first meeting of the month, we call it our regular meeting. We have a public comment period where we allow people to sign up, excuse me, and come forward and just say what they want to say without engaging back and forth between the board and the person. And we allow 3 minutes for each person to come forward. We've had 3 people to sign up this evening, so Maya Bryant is first. And you will note we have a green, red, and green, yellow, and red light over here, so that will signal you when you're getting close or when you're out of time.
All right.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor, Town Clerk, and the Commissioners and the citizens of Zebulon. Like he said, I am Maya Bryant, Miss Zebulon 2018. In addition to being a representative of the Miss America organization as Miss Zebulon, I am also a lifelong advocate for the arts. I truly believe that with perseverance, we'll create the important shift from the arts are nice to the arts are necessary. My platform, Arts at the Core, Arts Integration, strives for integrating arts in our schools and communities. I am where I am today because someone believed in me enough and helped me hone my creative skills. I would not be the woman that I am standing before you if it were not like teachers such as Tokay Allen, my elementary school chorus teacher, who taught me that confidence is the key to success when she trusted me with the role of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in our elementary school honors performance. Or Amy Davis or Sean Greer, my high school chorus teachers, who taught me to always be prepared. Thanks to them, I'll never forget a pencil or a notepad to a meeting because I wasn't allowed to walk into rehearsal without my pencil. Or Amy White, my college theater professor, who never let me walk into class or rehearsal without willing to give 110%. Thanks to her, I never wake up without willing to give that very same effort every day. No limitations can stop someone who understands the importance of arts in our lives. Because of my arts background, and because of my instructors gave me the tools for success, I am who I am today. Graduate of William Peace University, a graduate student at Liberty University, a full-time employee at one of the largest law firms in the country, and your Miss Zebulon 2018. Can you imagine if every student in North Carolina and our nation had the same opportunity to fall in love with the arts as I did? Let's never give up on making that vision a reality. I am a product of arts education in North Carolina. The arts are vital if we are to have a bright and creative future. Let's never forget that those involved in the arts can problem solve in new and creative ways, because in addition to knowing how to think outside the box, they understand the box itself. My goal as Miss Zebulon is to ensure that every child can be impacted by the arts in some way through the implication of Senate Bill 724 and in our communities. I need your help. I'm interested in speaking in schools, speaking to more city officials, and holding events in Wake County that involve participation in the arts. Please let me know if you can make that happen. Thank you for your time, and thank you in advance for your support in the arts.
Thank you, ma'am. We have Yancey Mitchell.
Good evening. My name is Yancey Mitchell, and I'm the 7th generation resident of Zebulon. I recently won the title as Miss Zebulon's Outstanding Teen 2018, and I will represent this wonderful town at Miss North Carolina's Outstanding Teen in June. My platform is Operation LEAP, which is specifically designed to promote dance education in the town of Zebulon for over 71% of children in Zebulon alone who have free and reduced lunch. When they don't have to worry about what they're going to eat or if they're going to eat, they don't have the luxury to take dance classes. Operation LEAP stands for Leadership, Education, Artsy, and Passion. In the next couple of weeks, I will be launching my dance program in Zebulon, free of charge to Zebulon and surrounding towns children who can't afford it but who want to experience dance. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all at least one of my dance classes in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, John Middlesworth.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, town commissioners, town manager, department heads, and you citizens of this fine town we live in. I'm not here to tout anything. I'm here to say thank you. I'm looking at all friends, many neighbors from decades past, and I want to thank each and every one. I have no idea, Denise, who all and has had things to do here. I'm not going to elaborate on it, but I know some of the extra efforts that you all have done, Mr. Mayor, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Miss Connie cannot be here tonight. She gets up at 4. I get up at 4 in the morning, and we're hit the streets by 5. But besides that, I'm just here to say thank you. God bless you. And thank you, townspeople.
Thank you, John. Okay, Denise Nowell, the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, has a presentation. She is the maestro, or however you say that word, of the parade and the holiday happenings this weekend, so my congratulations to you on a wonderful event.
It's a great team effort. Thank you very much. Good evening, and good evening to all of you. Just before, so I'm here to share one of the updates based on our partnership between the town and the Chamber for Economic Development. But before I do that, I'd like to present something. So way before I arrived on the scene here in Zebulon, the town and the Chamber partner together to present something to our Citizen of the Year each year, and the mayor is usually the one who presents this. And this plaque has been displayed for quite a number of years. It had gotten a little outdated, so we've updated it and we've made sure that everybody's name is listed here. So we want to present this back to the town to be displayed here in Town Hall so that citizens can come and see folks who have made a contribution to their communities. And unfortunately, he had to just leave, but John Middlesworth is our 2016 Citizen of the Year, and Mayor, you got to bestow that honor to him this past February. So what we'll do is we'll present this back to you, and then each year as we have a new Citizen of the Year, we'll be able to make that presentation again. So on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, we would like to present this back to you.
Thank you so much. Just put it down.
So as just a brief refresher, the key points of our agreement for the 2017-2018 fiscal year include Four main points, and I'll just abbreviate them, but the first one is the Chamber partnering with the town to create local job opportunities by attracting new businesses and encouraging business startups. Two is the Chamber partnering with the town to recognize and support local agricultural and farming businesses as important contributors to local economy, diversity, health, and fiscal stability by securing local agricultural and farming businesses, assisting in securing farm fresh market vendors to participate in events, and generally promoting the farm fresh market. Our third key point is the Chamber partnering with the town to promote downtown through special events, community events, retail and restaurant promotions with marketing and physical improvements that attract customers to downtown stores and businesses. And then fourth, the Chamber partnering with the town to increase quality employment opportunities while ensuring the sustainability of the economy and improving the general quality of life. So in relation to attracting new businesses, the Chamber has promoted and celebrated 6 ribbon cuttings since our last update. Several of these have been actually in the downtown, and another business is in the process of setting up a date for their ribbon cutting, so stay tuned. The Chamber is also in conversations with several businesses interested in starting or relocating to the Zebulon area. Under the key point of promoting agriculture, and in particular the farm fresh market vendors, 3 of your farm fresh market vendors are now in a brick and mortar situation. They have had us the space secured at the Rusted Hinge Marketplace. So this gives these vendors now an opportunity to promote their goods and sell on a regular basis so that customers can find them whenever the store is open. As the partnership relates to promoting downtown through special events, Holiday Happenings in Zebulon was a huge celebration for community this past weekend. I would be remiss if I didn't say that the partnership to make this happen is truly vital. Saturday's pop-up market had 53 vendors, up from 23 last year. We included entertainment, dance groups, and food options that really boosted attendance. The first 200 attendees this year received swag bags, and a couple of our volunteers were holding the little clicker to count folks as they attended the market. So we know we probably missed quite a few, but our count was over 2,308 people that came through the market that day. Really, really amazing for our community. On a side note, near the end of the day, there was a businessman who came up and said, "Can I talk to you?" "Sure." He said, "You guys put this together, right?" And I said, "We did. It's a partnership, but yes, we're responsible." He said, "I just want to let you know, I wasn't really sure how I felt about this market happening downtown because you've been promoting it, this and that." He said, "But I just want you to know, foot traffic for me today at my store has more than doubled." So that's exactly why we do things like this. We're not doing it just for the vendors that are there selling. We're also doing it so that the foot traffic increases in the whole downtown, so that businesses like restaurants and retailers have more customers. One of the comments he also shared was that not only were there more customers, many of them were first-time customers that I've never seen before, and purchases show an uptick as well. So hooray for something that really promotes our businesses. And then as a side note, I almost forgot this, but it was in my pocket. When we promoted, so this year, if you'll remember, we had a stage that was sponsored for us, and then we had a band. And so all the downtown businesses that helped sponsor the stage, we put their names and logos on a big banner. And this guy walks up to me as Tracy was up there announcing all of the participants that contributed to the stage. She was naming off all of the businesses, and he's looking at the banner and he goes, "Well, I would have paid to be on the banner." And I said, "Well, who are you?" And he said, "Well, I'm so-and-so." And he said, "I would have loved to participate in this." And I said, "Well, then this is exactly why you should have been here today, because we'll definitely know to include you next year. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for saying that you want to participate." So it's just good energy that's going on right now with your businesses, and I think that's really great. That helps promote the sustainability of our businesses, and it shows these vendors who are looking at at ways to get into the business world, that there's some sustainability that they can depend on as well. The tree lighting was a great celebration of collaboration and the coming together between local, public, and private partnerships that was made possible through the approval of this town's streetscape matching grant that you as a board approved last year. Lighting of the tree by you and Mayor was coordinated with lighting up all the trees along Arundel. If some of you were there, it was beautiful. Local choirs led Christmas carols, and we were up from just maybe a little over a couple of handfuls last year to well over 100 this time at the tree lighting. One of Zebulon's finest, Lieutenant Ashley Dixon, hand-painted the switch box that was used in the lighting ceremony. The Chamber was pleased to honor Patricia Robertson with the Women's Club and Robin Snow from Public Works for their passion and partnering investments in getting the new tree for us. It was really beautiful. Then holiday happenings in Zebulon ended with yesterday's annual Christmas parade. Community volunteers, Public Works, Zebulon Police Department, and the citizens of Zebulon really made it a great day. Improvements with logistics for staggered arrival times and defined staging areas for groups made things in the community park run more smoothly. Pacers along the route meant that groups that had prepared routines had opportunities to actually perform. The audiences really seemed to enjoy that, and the new professional floats were a huge hit. Everyone commented on how amazing they looked coming down through the town. So as I wrap up your report for tonight, the Chamber has appreciated the town's efforts in hearing from community on the UDO and strategic planning processes. We really support the way this engages community, and we've been encouraged by the invitation to assist the town in promoting various stakeholder and focused meetings. Looking ahead, the Chamber's Board of Directors continues to see our partnership growing and impacting the town even more. The agreement we are working on together is giving us a stable path to follow. And just a couple of dates to note and keep in mind, and this is for you as the board and also for you as our citizens in the room. Thursday, February 15 will be our annual meeting, and we'll do the recognition for the next year's Citizen of the Year. Saturday, May 5th will be May Day in Zebulon, and that falls on Cinco de Mayo, so get ready, it's going to be amazing. Thursday, October 4th will be our Zebulon Next Economic Conference, and that will be the second time that we've hosted that. We host that every other year, and it's just been a pleasure working together on all of those for you. So your next report of this caliber is scheduled for the March town meeting, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Thank you, Denise. We appreciate it.
And thank you for all of you that were out at the market or the parade. It was really a great, great weekend for Zebulon.
It truly was. So thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, and for those of you that might not be familiar with that, the consent agenda is a method to handle housekeeping items, something that does not require any debate. Any member of this board has the right to remove something from the consent agenda if they want to discuss it further, but it just typically, again, is housekeeping items. So, having said that, is there a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
I make a motion we adopt the consent agenda.
Second.
Made and second. All in favor? And motion carries. Thank you. Okay, old positions, planning position. Who's presenting that?
Miss Bobby Fitz is presenting
okay.
all three.
All right.
All right, good evening, Mayor, members of the board. You'll recall at the November work session, Mark Hetrick, Plan Director, presented the proposal of adding a new permitting officer in the Planning Department to be funded basically with increased zoning fees. And there seemed to be interest enough to bring back some numbers, some more concrete numbers to this meeting. So you'll see there in the staff report some of those numbers. Basically it would cost for the remainder of the year, assuming like a January 1 start as the plan, will be about $25,000. And you'll see the breakdown in the actual budget ordinance. As I mentioned, this will be funded through increased zoning fees generated. No fee changes on that. If you have any questions, Mark's also here, or we can answer any additional questions you may have since the work session. Otherwise, the option is just to approve or deny the attached budget ordinance. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now.
Question? What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that it's, what is it, ordinance 2018-17, is that it?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 2018-17.
Second.
Motion made, second. Other discussion or comments? All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Bob. Fire position, you doing that one as well? Okay.
Also at the work session, Fire Chief Chris Perry presented the idea of adding a full-time fire code inspector position. Some of the funding options were discussed in some slight detail, but you wanted some additional detail, which we run some numbers on. And you'll see the fee schedules. There's two different fee schedules that we propose, basically option A and B. The only difference between the two are the first 5, what we call tiers of the square footage of the buildings. You'll see there in option A is the slightly higher option. This is a few pages behind the first page of the staff report. Slightly higher in option A than B, which would what that's doing is sliding the burden of the cost of the position toward the fee rather than taxes. So you see below the 10,000 square foot, 25,000 square foot and below or higher, the fees aren't, there's no difference at all in the fees. Slightly higher on option A. Any questions on those?
Question? Okay, well, we've got 2 options, and you can see the proposed fees. What's your pleasure? Option A has higher fees than option B.
I'll make a motion. We need a motion on that then?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion that we adopt option A.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and second. Other comments or discussion?
Can I be specific that this is ordinance 2018-18?
18, yes, ma'am.
Option A.
All right, is that the motion we need?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion then that we adopt ordinance 2018 option A.
2018-18.
1818.
Yes, sir, 1818. Okay. You agree with that on the second?
Second.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? I didn't see everybody vote. Hold your hands up.
Oh, is that in favor? We'll do that again.
Yeah, in favor, yeah. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Health insurance renewal, Bob.
Yes, also at the November work session, the proposals of health insurance for 2018 were presented. Basically, just the same staff report is essentially in your packet for this meeting. At the last meeting, we was sort of an informal vote for Blue Cross. So it was brought back tonight for an official vote. The same charts with the rates are in here. If you have any other additional questions since last time, we can take those now.
Any questions? We gave tentative approval to Blue Cross Blue Shield, so what we're doing tonight is just codifying that. That's who we're selecting.
Now, I'll make a motion again that we approve for the health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Second.
Made and second. Other comments or discussion? All in favor? Okay, motion carries. Thank you, Bob. Okay, new business, Triangle J, Government Representative Glenn actually handled that position for us over there, so we need someone else. Is there someone that would care to serve in that position? If nobody wants to, I will, but I would like to see this stuff be kind of spread around a little bit. I go over there for the regional mayors meeting on a regular basis, but.
Do we nominate somebody then?
Yeah.
I nominate the mayor.
Okay. No, I really will be glad to do it because I think it's important, and y'all, everybody's looking like, I don't want to do this. Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
Need a second.
I'll second.
Okay.
So you don't have to do it.
I've done it before.
Okay, well, if I can't go, you know you have to.
I can
Okay.
do that.
We have a motion and a second. Any other comments or discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Thank y'all. I will try to do as good a job as Glenn did. Okay, board comments. Annie Jean, we'll start with you. You got any comments to make, general comments?
I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out that I invited.
Okay.
No comments.
George?
I'd like to give kudos to Denise again for a great weekend. I've heard a lot of comments about the parade. It's the greatest one we've had in 10 years, Denise. I've heard that.
That's what I've heard.
And to the Public Works Department for all the hard work. I went down at 10 o'clock at night, and they did a great changeover for parade to the, so just great job, guys.
Don?
No, I don't have anything.
Dale?
I'll echo what Curtis had to say. Great job. The whole thing was good for the town of Zebulon. So.
Okay, thank y'all. Manager's report, Joe?
Just a few public service announcements. So this Friday is movie night. If you're interested in seeing Pete's Dragon, it's for free. It's 7 p.m. at the community center. And then if you have not written your letter to Santa, it's not too late. As long as you get your letter in by 15th of this month in the mailbox at the community center, you will get a response. And then as a reminder, town hall offices, they'll be closed from the 25th through the 27th and on January 1st as well. And that's all that I have.
Thank you, sir. All right, now we have a closed session that's permitted by North Carolina General Statute 143-318-11A for contract review and negotiations. Is there a motion that we go in closed session?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? And the motion carries. Thank you, folks, for coming. We're going in the other room and have our meeting there.